Digimon Tri news, which we actually, again, haven't talked about. There's many things in this podcast that we're bringing up for the first time because there really hasn't been much to talk about Digimon Tri because you're not watching it, I'm not watching it. Nothing against me not watching I'm just not
I
watching it.
want to be watching it.
So, same. So I should be I'm going to try and get into it soon, but we don't podcast on it either. So, it's
Yet.
kind of just been off my radar for a little bit. Oh, maybe. But yeah, so we don't really talk about Digimon Tri much or Digimon much, other than we talked about Digimon
Cyber Sleuth.
Cyber
Yeah.
Sleuth 2. Yeah, so I think it was last week. So looking at this, the reason why I'm interested in Digimon Tri right now is because they're actually, and they being Japan, is streaming the fifth film same day as it's going to be in theaters. That's pretty much right. That's what it is. I'm not going crazy.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same day the movie opens in Japanese theaters on September 30th.
Okay, good. No, because you know what happened? I read the article about a good couple days ago, and then just because we were just talking about that other article with the title that was a little misleading, I then saw streaming a trailer, and I was like, Tristan, help me. We're on the air, Tristan. But no, they are streaming the actual movie. Now, the reason why this interests me a lot, I want to bring it up on the show. It's funny, because I want to make a small correction. And the correction that I wanted to make was that when we talked about Funimation streaming the One Piece 20th anniversary special, the East Blue special, I made it seem like it was streaming on the same day. It was not. It's actually streaming, I think it was like a few days or a week or two after, or something like that. So in that case, it's not streaming the same day. Here, it isn't streaming in the US at all yet. So it's just talking about Japanese streaming, but I'm still gonna go on that spiel of like anime and it's coming to the future and all that weird stuff. It's just it's just the idea that
I mean, considering
this,
Digimon deals with the internet so much,
it needs to stream. Honestly, I mean it has to. Well, no, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because Sony's streaming it. It's not like it's a Crunchyroll thing, a US thing, but I still want to bring it up because as technology is advancing, I think faster than we think. Like I feel like you and I even are like stuck on like let's get some DVDs and stuff like that. When it's just like Blu-ray exists. I'm not even discussing 4K yet. I'm not even looking at it because if I do, I won't get my eyes away from it because it looks so pretty. But the point is that having this same day streaming, it's interesting to see that Japan is now taking this approach when, for the longest time, I mean, obviously Netflix, we talked about that a few weeks ago, how it's gotten popular. So I'm not trying to say that, no one goes online for anything.
right.
But it's just pretty cool that now for these anime movies, it's not just, oh, hey, go to the theater. Because usually, they try to get a lot of money from their anime fans in Japan, where they'll charge a very high amount for the DVDs, have a lot of cool merchandise. That's some stuff that a lot of stuff that we don't even get, cool stuff. But like that JoJo scale. But my point is that we are now seeing, because like I was trying to say earlier, there's a stereotype of like, oh, Japan, they have all this technology, but they're not keeping up with the times, as if like in America we don't also have certain things out for people in rural areas with less Wi-Fi and computers that aren't as high tech. I mean, your grandma has a computer, I believe, from the 18th century. No, from like what, the 80s, right? Like I'm pretty sure it's a 30-year-old 2020
80s,
2030.
90s. She doesn't use it anyway.
That's what's really funny. Like we realized it was a computer because you sneezed and all the dust just came off of it. And you were like, wow, I thought that was just a giant dust bunny. I thought that was, but yeah. So the point is that you're now having Japan also do all this cool streaming stuff as well. Not as if they haven't been, but still like to the point where it's on the same day. And yeah, the joke is that it's Digimon, but we're moving towards the future, Tristan. It's getting all those flying cars with the Wi-Fi and the.
So how many
The
emails
future.
will it take for my Digi-Egg to Digivolve?
I don't know. I just hope that it's not a virus because that'll destroy your entire internet. Everyone's.
I will be right
That'll destroy
back.
the entire internet. Okay. Well, are we gonna cut? I don't know what we're gonna do. The point is you should leave, Tristan. As you've been fired. You're gonna get my computer infected. We're on Skype right now. No, I just what I'm saying, Tristan. Though it's a cool thing. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a
Yeah.
cool thing. Now Japan doing that because I'm pretty sure. Okay, so American movies have done this, but I don't believe American anime. I don't believe they've been able to license it where it's in theaters the same day that it's on video on demand. Like, I'm pretty sure they wait for it if it's in theaters, and then they'll just put it on DVD, and then it'll go on demand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you consider Crunchyroll video on demand, then obviously Crunchyroll will have something.
Right.
But talking about, like, oh, this dub is coming out. Like, yeah, it'll be on TV, or, oh, the movie might be in theaters. But I don't know, I feel like this... Because I know American movies do that. They're like, oh, it's in theaters, and it's on demand, if you want it.
Right.
But now, again, now you have Japanese theaters. Like, oh, yeah, it's in theaters, or on Sony's PlayStation, service. And you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's... Because it's the 5th Digimon Tri movie. Obviously, Digimon Tri is doing very well to be going for 5 movies.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly.
And that's 5 out of 6 now. So, like, they've done 1,
Right.
2, 3, and 4. And, like, they've been doing amazingly, apparently.
From what I've heard.
I believe
I haven't heard too many...
there's a limited
I haven't heard
edition.
too many good things about the dub. But,
Yeah.
like, in terms of the sub, I've heard amazing things.
Right. There's also a limited edition Blu-ray coming out, and a standard Blu-ray and DVD will ship on November 2nd, and that's for Japan.
Or the US?
Yeah, no, that's for
okay.
Japan.
Yeah.
So.
Told you to get the cool stuff. But, so obviously physical is not going away. I don't really think physical will ever go away. Only because I feel like there will always be someone, it'd have to be something like 100 or 200 years from now. Something like that to be, to get rid of all the people that were like, but my physical, I need the physical copy. But, so I don't think that they'll rule out, physical releases. I don't think we're going to that kind of future, but it's still pretty cool to see that Japan is streaming this the same day as putting it in theaters. For those that, I mean, it's funny, if it's money, they're not streaming it for free, then they actually will get more money. Because it's not like they're losing money putting it in theaters. I don't know if the theaters pay them or if they pay the theaters. I don't know how it works in Japan. I'm pretty sure they rent out the theaters the same way they do in US theaters as well. So arguably, Toei is saving money by going with Sony. Because they're cutting profits with Sony, yes. But then they can get a whole audience of people who don't want to leave their house. And I mean that sincerely. Like, people who are just like, I can't physically leave my house. They do all their work on their computer at home. They're like, I can't step out the door. People like that can now watch this movie and now feel like, I guess I'll wait for the DVD. So really, not only is it smart just from, it's cool that they're, the future is here, but it's also very smart of them to make that money.
Yeah.
Like, they're not losing money by putting it in. Again, if they have to rent out the theaters, arguably they're saving money by not having to, and saving manpower by having to call these theaters and, and try to get them all to rent out on that day and hoping, well, it's Digimon, so obviously people would go see it, but still, it's definitely cost effective to go through streaming as well. So, I like it. It's pretty cool. Just need to come here. We need our Digimon Tri Movie 5.